Hi, I am Billy with Made Bayou. I've been making angel ornaments. See how cute? I have a video just on the faces. Now this video is going to be making the dress and possibly finishing the angel. So you can make yours and say it was made by you. Look at this one, it has the red. They don't necessarily have to be Christmas. I would love to find Christmas ones, but I don't have them. I just have regular hankies, but they can be on your tree, right? So the first thing you do, find what pattern you want to make. And I've been kind of making them the same so I don't have to think about it too much. I've been folding the hanky in half and ironing and not going all the way to the bottom, leaving like an inch or so at the bottom so it looks like a double hem. And quilting thread just so it's a little tougher. I guess you could use a basting stitch on your sewing machine, but I'm just going to stitch by hand. Just in case you don't have a sewing machine, you can still make it. And I kind of want to overlap it a little bit so when it gathers, this will be the front of her dress. This will be the front. It'll be gathered, but you'll be able to still see the beautiful flowers. So I'm just going to start by making a stitch right here. And then just start going in and out with your needle to make a gathering stitch. I guess I could be shooting this overhead so you could see better. So now we have our little gathered dress. We need to find a head that we want to use. I think this little face would be cute. Take your tool. You can either use white or off-white or whatever color you want, but I got white and off-white. So I'm going to use the white since the hanky is white. A little bit longer than the dress, and I'm going to do 2 lengths of it. And then I have a 1/8 inch ribbon. This is off-white because I don't think I bought white. It's fine, don't panic, it's fine. I'm not measuring. I'm gonna tie it off. Tie it at the top to make the hanging. This is the hanging loop. Now we gotta put the head on it. Now I'm gonna put a spot of glue. I'm gonna pick it up and put a spot of glue right there. So I'll put a spot of glue right there. And now this is gonna be the back of the head. And I'm gonna pull it down, but don't let the tool come out. Now we're gonna feed the dress to the bottom. And we're gonna make sure her head is facing the way we want it. So we want to gather it up and make sure your gathers are evenly spaced. And that is the front of her dress. I'm going to wrap the thread around a couple of times. Then I'm going to start at the back and go through the front. Go through all that netting and just go back and forth a few times. Front and back, side to side a couple of times. And then just tie it off in the back, make a knot. Now I want to cut the extra tulle off. You can put it a little longer than the dress. This is vintage. Maybe I'll use this vintage one. Put it around the neck, kind of fluff it out, make it even. And stitch it just like I did the little dress, in and back and forth on the through the netting, and this one through the netting and the dress. One more for good measure. Thinks you need some hair. So the way I make the hair is start off with the long tail, make a peace sign, and go in and out, around and around. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to cut it off. I tie it off. There we go. So I make 2 of these, 2 little loops. I'll make 2 of my figure 8s. Put these off. So I didn't press the button. I didn't press the record button. I took my two little ones. They shaped like a figure 8 yarn. Here's a better one. And I put one in the back and glued it down. And then I put one in the front. The knot was right above the knot of the hanger and glued it down and just shaped it up. And she has hair. Then I got a 4-inch dish. This is around 4.5 inches. And I got paper from the Hobby Lobby. It's textured paper, and this is kind of pearlized. That's what I chose. You could choose whatever you like. It just makes it a multimedia. You can make it fabric, but I chose paper. And I cut the circle out, folded it in half, and now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and sew it right around the edge. I'll be back. So I sewed the wings in half, and now I'm going to put glue on the back of her head right here and glue her down. And I'm not going to go too far up. Or too far down. I'm going to do it kind of right in the middle of her head right here. With the halo, this is 18 gauge wire, but it was recommended 20 gauge gold wire. You can use silver, whatever you want. I didn't have any, so I used 18, and I think it's just fine. I take a thimble and I wrap it around the thimble. It's around a 2-inch or so piece of wire that you wrap around the thimble. It gives it a nice shape. Cut it off. And you have a nice little shape U for the halo. And I usually just put glue and just stick it right in there. So it's like a headband. Right on each side of the hanger. I'll give her a little bit of decorations, like a bow under her collar. I think I'm going to go with the red bow and the red flower. It's just a little fabric flower. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like the little angel. Follow for more. I hope you give it a try. See you soon. Spread the love and God bless.